In the headlines, an update in the murder of yet another Rocky Mount store owner. Residents in Middlesex were stunned to find a possible explosive in their neighborhood yesterday. And a Wilson private eye says one North Carolina state trooper should not still have her badge. Also, a free event is helping locals discover ways to jumpstart their own business or keep the ones they have. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello and thanks for tuning in to WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. First up in our crime report, an update in the murder of yet another Rocky Mount store owner. According to the medical examiner's office in Greenville, we've learned that the cause of death of 47-year-old Abdul Karim Al-Warriq was from fatal gunshot wounds. Nearing 1 last Thursday morning at Karim's Food Mart on 2053 Raleigh Road in Rocky Mount, police found the body of Al-Warriq inside his store. Police are continuing to investigate this as a homicide. This is the second murder of a store owner within just 2 months. The first this year was in March at Sammy's Food Mart on Old Wilson Road, where Rafiq Salim Sofan, also known as Sammy, who, like Al-Warriq, was murdered as he closed his shop. Anyone who has information about either killing should call Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111. Residents in Middlesex were stunned to find a possible explosive in their neighborhood yesterday. Nash County Sheriff's Office, Middlesex Police, and the Middlesex Fire Department immediately responded to the site. According to Captain Pat Joyner with Nash County Sheriff's Office, shortly after 11 a.m. Monday, a worker in the 7300 block of Driver Road found what appeared to be an unexploded hand grenade. Joyner says once their office was notified, they called the State Bureau of Investigations out to the scene. There, the SBI's bomb squad was able to obtain that device. Joyner says the SBI took the device to their lab to test if it is volatile. A Wilson private eye says one North Carolina state trooper should not still have her badge after he was wrongly arrested. Yesterday, Richard Eatman, the president of Eatman and Associates Investigative Group, told us via telephone in regard to Trooper Stephanie D. Young, anyone who crossed that line should not still be in law enforcement. In 2007, Eatman filed lawsuit against the North Carolina Department of Crime Control and Public Safety, seeking $500,000 in damages for mental and physical harm he alleges he suffered during his wrongful arrest on May 25, 2005. Trooper Young arrested Eatman, charging him with resisting a public officer, failing to signal before changing lanes, and 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon. Young also said that Eatman was threatening a police officer who happened to be her father, former sergeant with the Rocky Mount Police Department, David Hawkins. At the time, Hawkins was campaigning to run for Nash County Sheriff. Eatman stated before Durham courts that he was investigating an alleged affair between Hawkins and a married woman at the request of that woman's husband when the arrest occurred. Eatman was paid in a settlement of $46,000 from the city of Rocky Mount. Monday, Deputy Industrial Commissioner George T. Glenn II said the most recent $500,000 request was too much compensation, but did award Eatman $15,000 in damages. Since the initial incident, Young, who was initially suspended without pay 2 days after the 2005 traffic stop, has received 3 pay raises for her job performance and is now assigned in her hometown of Rocky Mount. In other news, a free event is helping locals discover ways to jumpstart their own small business or keep the ones they have. This Thursday, May 26, is the Access to Capital workshop, which will provide financial information for those in attendance. We recently sat down with small business lending manager with the North Carolina Minority Support Center at Timberlake to learn how area people can get involved.
That's intended for the small business owners and the residents here in Edgecombe and also Nash County. And really, to be honest with you, any of the business owners in any of the surrounding counties. But what we're seeking to do with this workshop is to provide them with information on exactly what it is that we're looking at when people come to us with the application when they're trying to seek capital to either start up a business or expand an existing business.
Now, how will those workshops specifically benefit those in our communities?
For those in your communities, it will give them an in-depth look at the process that we go through. It will answer a lot of questions that we find that people have when they come to us. We'll be answering what exactly is it that we're looking for, what we expect from the borrower when they are ready to try to seek capital.
Now, this sounds like a great event coming up. Could you tell us a little bit more about some of the organizations involved in it?
Okay. The organizations that are sponsoring this event will be the Rocky Mount Edgecombe Community Development Corporation, as well as the Business Development and Resource Center. And in addition, the organization that I'm with is an organization called the Support Center, and we are a statewide nonprofit community development financial institution based in Durham, North Carolina.
And could you give us the date and time and location of this event? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would love to come out and see it.
Sure. This event is going to be on May the 26th. It will be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. It'll be in Battleboro, North Carolina at the Edgecombe County Business Conference and Training Center.
And how can we get some additional information? Is there like a website or a telephone number that people can go to?
Well, let me give you a couple of phone numbers. One, if you want to register for this event directly, the contact person is Merle Wright, and Merle can be reached by email at, that's Merland Wright, not Merle. That's MERLANDWRHIGHT at embarkgmail.com. And the phone number for Merlin is 252-442-3440. Or you can contact my organization, which again is the Support Center, directly at 919-530-1683. That's 919-530-1683. And our website address is www.ncmsc.org.
Awesome. And just to finish up here, I was looking through your press release, and I was intrigued by something called Intermediary Relending Program.
Yes.
That is actually available in Edgecombe and Wilson counties. Could you talk a little bit about that here to finish up?
The Intermediary Relending Program, which we are intermediary, the support center for the USDA. This is a program for borrowers that are in rural communities, typically what are known as Tier 1 and Tier 2 counties, which is based on the income level and the poverty levels in a particular area. But that program is for people who have gone to seek traditional funding from a traditional bank and who have been turned down. This is an alternative program, and as a matter of fact, one of the requirements for this program is that you provide us with a letter showing that you have in fact been turned down for traditional financing from a traditional bank. But what it is a program that can be used to start a business, to expand a business, and it can be used from anything from purchasing real estate to purchasing equipment to just providing yourself with some mobilization money.
A great event to check out there. When we return on Newsbreak, highlights of this year's Ride for Knowledge. Stay with us.
Home Trends in Rocky Mount is moving to an all-new location. Now, all inventory must be sold in a giant $1 million moving liquidation. It's all being sacrificed regardless of cost or loss because selling furniture is better than moving furniture. Don't miss the giant $1 million moving liquidation at Home Trends.
It's back for a limited time. Every Buick in GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
Trends in Rocky Mount is moving to an all-new location. Now, all inventory must be sold in a giant $1 million moving liquidation. It's all being sacrificed regardless of cost or loss because selling furniture is better than moving furniture. Don't miss the giant $1 million moving liquidation at Home Trends.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG-TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. This weekend, our own Herb Greenberg was on location to catch all the highlights of the Jack Lowry Ride for Knowledge. Here's some of our coverage.
I even got the company hat on for you today, advertising, but Nash Community College is pleased. This ride is about keeping a hobby, your hobby, Helen, and your late husband's hobby, and we're glad to be part of that. In this great day, and it just gets better every year. So thank you so much for lending your name to this event. Pat, you've done a great job. Jimmy, come on up here. Y'all been bashful for some reason.
Gary, where's Gary?
Gary, where's our chairman?
Yeah.
Gary Brown, are you hiding too? Anyway, I'm going to turn the mic over to Jimmy, and he's going to give us some more information. Thanks.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. You know, this is a privilege to do this every year. You know, for Jack. Jack was a former owner here and a very fine person. I think he appreciates everything we're doing here. I know he's looking down on us and smiling. And we'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank Jim Red Cloud and Whitney for making their trip, you know, all the way from Arizona up here to represent this Lockery Ride. You know, we're supporting them in their challenge across the country. Just thank every one of you guys for coming out to the Hog Chapter and everybody to contribute to this function. Thank you guys.
Originally it was designed for recruiting purposes and it was going to be a mini chopper. And since I can't fit on a mini chopper, we decided to build a real one so we can get the interest of students to come in and take classes so that they can actually figure out, okay, we learn how to weld, we learn how to machine, either one, or we can combine them together, get them to do both programs, pull them in, get their interest, and try to get them involved in something. So we did this, and Dr. Carver was actually part of it, and he was the one that came up with the idea. It went from there, and it's wound up being 4 years old this month, and it's been eye-catching.
Okay, now this chopper, was it built from ground up?
It was built from the ground up. We bought a few of the components, the chassis, and a few of the other things we had to modify. We had to make all the brackets and handlebars. We cut our own rims. That's my design in the rims. We cut those out, sent them all off, had them chrome, triple chrome plated, and it just went from there.
Now, why should a person take welding at this day and age?
Welding, if you get up in the morning, something, some way, some form of fashion that you touch in your life has been welded. You wouldn't even think about it. If you brush your teeth in the morning with a tube of toothpaste, it's been welded. Probably ultrasonic welding. It is a form of welding. It's fusion. Your car you drive in, the chair you sit in, some type of a pan or a pot that you cook in or whatever is welded some form of fashion. We're probably about 50 to 75,000 welders short right now, so the pay is still having a hard time catching up with it, but we want it to catch up. But we need some formal education in the students so they don't walk into the cold.
Now, what's the criteria for a kid to come into Nash to take welding?
Well, if one comes in and they're going to come in the curriculum program, they actually need to have their high school diploma or GED equivalency. And we start them from the ground up, and we go from there all the way, take them all the way to pipe welding, fabrication, CNC, whatever, make them a well-rounded person. If they need to go to work for a fabrication shop, the person was out that day, they can fill in, go from there. It needs welding, it needs to be running a CNC burn table or whatever. Just let them take it and go with it.
This is a special day for Nash Community College and for Rocky Mountain Harley-Davidson. We partnered up about 3 years ago. I believe this is the third one, and it's been a great, fun, and beneficial day for both the school and for our dealership. Nash Community College has a scholarship in my husband's and my name, and all the riders contribute to that. Those scholarships go for students who are what the school calls non-traditional, people who are coming back to work in different jobs and needing to learn new skills. And it's been a good mix of education and having fun.
Now, Jack was he was a great supporter of great education. Tell us a little bit about Jack and his quest for knowledge.
Well, Jack worked hard in Nash County for the school systems here. He brought, I think, a lot of attention to some new endeavors. Communities and schools was something that he heard about, and we were the smallest town in the country to have it when we brought that here. Of course, he was always involved at the community college, and because he was involved with business here, it was important to him to see that Nash County produced a good labor force, and so his excitement about Nash Community College goes back literally from day one when he was doing business here.
Okay, he's gonna let me know when he's ready.
And I'm almost ready, and now I am ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Pat Daniels with the Nash Community College Foundation. And you're at the 4th Annual Jack Lockery Ride for Knowledge, a beautiful day at Rocky Mountain Harley-Davidson. I am delighted to introduce you to one of our students today, Samantha Vick. Samantha's from Red Oak, and Samantha, tell the viewers today what you're studying.
Welding technology at Nash Community College.
And why did you choose welding?
It's a good job opportunity, and for a woman, it's a growing career, and women they're considered better welders just simply because they have more of an attention span in it, and people are looking for women welders these days.
Well, and you're right. If you look at our workforce, it doesn't matter nowadays if you're a man or woman. It's who is skilled for the job. Now, are you first year or second year student?
I'm beginning my second year.
Beginning your second year. What do you like about Nash Community College?
Everybody, it's like a big family.
Is it?
It really is. Everybody welcomes you, and nobody puts any pressure on you. They help you through everything to learn everything.
Talk about our faculty. We've got some good faculty in that program.
And the students are great too. They're down to earth. They don't judge you. They welcome you in there, and they teach you everything.
That is great. Well, I've got to ask you this question because today is all about raising money for student scholarships. Have you applied for a scholarship?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
I want you to because we have scholarships to give to certain areas and program of study, and in particular welding. I would love to see you be considered for a scholarship.
I'll do it.
Adam Diggins from Murdoch, North Carolina. I'm studying to be a college transfer student in associate in arts. I plan to go to DC, study business.
Why did you go to Nash Community College instead of right to?
It was local. I mean, I could afford it. Nice teachers, nice environment, really good campus.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, very much.
Tell us a little bit about campus life.
Very friendly. Everyone I talk to, I get along with. Great environment, awesome teachers.
My name is Erica Brooks, and I'm going to be doing Nash Community Nursing Program this coming fall. I'll be in the LPN program, and then hopefully I can do their RN program the following fall. And then after that, I hope to go straight into finding a career in the RN, probably neonatal or like geriatrics, possibly one of those.
Why'd you pick Nash Community College?
Well, I picked Nash Community because, first of all, it is affordable. It's not as much as university would be, and it's close by for me. I don't have to travel as far. and also I can stay home and be able to do my studies and be more focused and not be distracted by like the student life at university. Main reason right there. So.
And did you get a scholarship?
I did. It's the ambassador program. It's a great program. You get to mingle around with like people that are like within the school, like get to meet the president and people of importance and gain knowledge and meet people, and I think it's a good program to be able to be part of.
An awesome time had by all. Next is a look at weather. Don't go anywhere.
It's back for a limited time. Every Buick and GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV Newsbreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
It's now time to look at our forecast. Here's WHIG TV meteorologist Fred Holsworth with the latest in local weather.
Well, last night we had some severe weather just to the north of us up in Halifax County, Northampton County. Severe thunderstorm warnings were issued, and our area was under a severe weather watch, severe thunderstorm watch for last night. I wouldn't be surprised to see tonight have the same thing, as our atmosphere is very unstable right now. The dew point running in the mid-60s, and that is pretty conducive to thunderstorm activity. Now, the best time for thunderstorm development in our area would be after 4 o'clock, sometime between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. tonight is the way it looks right now. So you might want to turn on your weather radios for tonight and or late this afternoon rather, and keep in touch with anything coming out of Raleigh-Durham on weather warnings, or out of Norman, Oklahoma for the weather watches. The atmosphere quite unstable right now. We have cold air aloft, and that is going to allow the heated air to rise higher and form more storms than would normally be the case. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at our forecast map and see what we have going on for today. We have a large area of severe possibility. This is probably as large as I've seen it this season, all the way up into the state of Maine, down to the Mexican border. And we are just in this right here, and this goes from the Atlantic coast all the way into Colorado. So a wide area of severe weather possibilities today. Now, in addition to that, we have a flash flooding potential right in this area, right in here. And so these people will need to watch out for heavy rainfall today in addition to the severe weather. Now, a lot of this is in connection with this cold front pushing down from the Great Lakes area, and a warm front out over Missouri pushing off to the northwest. And the area of Joplin is right in here, could see some flash flooding potential as well, something they certainly don't need. Going farther to the west, rain and maybe even a little bit of snow in the higher elevations, although I did not see any on radar earlier, so we do have a potential for a little bit of snow. This is going to be in the extremely high elevations of the Rockies. Rain pushing on to the Pacific coast as a area of disturbed weather off the British Columbia coast pushes eastward. Down in the Gulf of Mexico, high pressure will keep the Gulf states pretty much rain-free today, and that includes Florida. All right, let's take a look at our forecast and see what we can expect for today. Will be sunny with a high of 92, west wind at 10, gusting to 25. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms with a low of 65 and a west wind at 5 miles per hour. For Wednesday, partly cloudy. An isolated thunderstorm is possible with a high of 92. Winds will be west at 6 miles per hour. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a isolated thunderstorm still possible, a low of 68, south wind at 5. Thursday, sunny with a high of 93, south wind at 8. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low of 66. Friday, sunny with a high of 89. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 66. And for Saturday, that chance of showers and thunderstorms returns with a high of 88 and a low of 67. Our high temperature yesterday, 90 degrees. Our low temperature this morning was 70 degrees. 3/4 of an inch of rain at our weather station, just over an inch and a half at the Rocky Mount Wilson Airport. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount weather right up to now.
Thank you, Fred. And that's all for us here today on NewsBreak. Join us Thursday for more news that's impacting our community. For WHIG-TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.